Well, the weather outside is frightful, but having a fire brings so much comfort and joy to this little family.
Time to chop some wood for the family. Oh man, that was easy. I'm quite strong. Oh, time to pick up the firewood. Yeah, some hot chocolate. Would you like some? Yeah, thank you. Thank you, wife. Yeah, now you hold this. Now I take this. Okay, now hold it up. Got a little corner shot. Okay, don't spill. No, I'm serious. Don't spill. I'm serious. Hold still. Don't you dare move. Oh, there we go. Booyah.
After a long, hard day of work, nothing like kicking the shoes off and going in front of the fireplace and drinking hot chocolate with the family. You just better hope they don't fall asleep while the fire's on. Bad things happen.
Let the fire go and put it out! It's everywhere! It's freaking! Why? What did I ever do to deserve this? Why? Curse you, fire! And everything! Wow! It's spreading! Quick! Evacuate the area! It's spreading! Call the National Guard! Call anyone! He's Armageddon! He came early! Sweet Lord! It's so hot! I'm gonna go drink of water! Everything that I loved is burnt to ashes. Everything. I will never forget this fire. I will have my revenge someday. Mark my words. Oh.
Well, greetings everyone. What is happening? Welcome to my place, my abode with a fireplace in the background. I don't know if you can see it, but the catfish is definitely enjoying it. Oh, they like the intro. Thank you. Thumbs up my video, man. No, I'm just kidding. Well, actually, you can if you want, but anyways. Welcome. I'm trying something out, something different. It's bedtime stories. And now, you may say, well, that's kind of lame. I mean, it kind of is, but not this one, because I'm going to make it up on the fly, live with you guys, And you can even tag along if you want to add something to it. Text it in the live chat, and I should be able to see it. I'm using the story. Sorry, it's kind of ripped. It's kind of old, but it's the Story-O-Matic. It's a game where you basically pull cards, gives you random things to go off of. So that's what we're doing. We're doing a little bedtime story. Ah, yes. Hope everything's going well in these dark times that we live in. You know, a little fire, a little relax. This is a relaxing time. Grab some hot chocolate or sweet tea. Ah, yes. Grab some sweet tea. Grab something. Maybe a little snack. You know, sometimes just a little snack will relax you, help you think. Recently, I've been working so much. I just need to sit back and relax. You know, it's crazy. But, anyways, also a little piece of how the Story-O-Matic goes is there's these cards, which give you like things to talk about. Like that's what the story's about. And then these cards, which are things that happen in the story. So one's a object and one is a, action or whatever you want to call it. My brain can't function right now, which could potentially help a better story when you can't think right. But anyways, without further ado, get a nice blanket, put the fireplace on, and let us start this story. So here's the first card. So it is a person who can't go back. Once upon a time, there was a boy named Zeed. Let's just call him Zeed. Zeed, he really liked trains. He liked them because of how loud they are. He also liked riding in them as a wee lad. His parents used to take him, but recently times are tough. They had to move away from the train station, and he was so depressed and sad because he just couldn't go back. He physically couldn't. Zeed was a little boy. Little boys can't drive. I mean, they could, but they'd get arrested, hopefully. They can drive on video games, but it's not the same. So Zeed, he was very sad. His parents knew this, so they bought him a game, a train game, but again, it just wasn't the same as the real thing, you know? Once you've experienced the real thing, like video games, it's like not the same. So I'm picking a random. These are all random, by the way. I haven't looked at these. I don't know. I just went and okay. So here's the next one. Oops. Oh, I don't want a wild card. There's wild cards, but in this situation, if it's only me, I don't really want a wild card. So nobody is watching. Oh. So, remember little boys shouldn't drive? Well, one day his parents were in a heated argument. And little Zeed, he was a stinker. He's one of those people. He knew no one was watching. He knew that where his parents left the keys to the car. So little baby Zeed, he was actually around 12 years old, I would say. Little boy Zeed got in the car. He learned how to drive from the stinking Need for Speed. You know, kids these days learn everything from video games. That's why you need to be careful what video games your kids play, especially so young. I remember when I was 12 years old, actually, I was probably playing video games. I think the GameCube was out. Anyways, so little Zeed got in his car. He started driving. He didn't know how to use the turn signals, and but he remembered almost the way back to the railroad tracks. He thought he did, but he actually didn't. And so he was driving, almost getting in wrecks. The police were called eventually. And they were trying to pull him over, but he thought this was like some kind of video game, and he was pretty good actually. They were kind of shocked at how good at driving he was. So that's when he lost all identification. They pulled him over eventually, and they knew he was a little boy, so they're not going to like pull their guns on him, but they asked for his driver's license. Why the cops would ask a little boy for his driver's license, I don't know. Maybe this was like in some weird alternate universe where little boys actually could drive. Anyways, the little boy, he turned to the policeman with eyes gleaming of railroad tracks and trains. And he said he couldn't find his identification. So he went to jail. But not the regular jail. It was a little boy jail for little Zed. So he was there for a while, doing his time as a 12-year-old kid. And that is when something happened. He gained a follower. This follower heard about Zed's situation, and he liked Zed's zeal. Zed's zeal was in the right zone for this. I don't know. I'm trying to think of more Z's. Anyways, he gained this follower and they got along well, but also gaining a follower from doing a crime made Zed almost want to do more crimes because he thought it was cool, which it wasn't. Crimes are bad. But anyways, Zed, this person was following Zed, not only on social medias, but also on Roblox because they're 12. And you could apparently play Roblox while in little kid jail. Anyways, then there was the confession. So little baby Zed was playing Roblox in jail, wanting to do more crimes, but he couldn't. So what he did was he confessed to his follower very, very secret details of what he had done to the follower's dog. Basically, he made a fake story, but he confessed to the follower that he had kidnapped the follower's dog. The follower then became enraged and drove to the jail and broke Zed out to find his dog. But little did the follower know that Zed didn't actually kidnap his dog. His dog was just at the daycare because... No, his dog was at the... what's that guy's name? The guy that helps dogs become better. The dog whisperer. Oh, the dog whisperer, yes. He was at the dog whisperer's place because he had bitten some of the neighbors, and so he's kind of like, kind of aggressive and all that kind of stuff. So they had put him there. Zed didn't know that. It was just pure coincidence. And anyways, broke out of jail, realized it was all fake. Oh, crap. Now the follower's in jail, and Zed is out. He's free. And he's hightailing it to the railroad station. But that's when the letters were returned. Oh, man. He was at the railroad station, and he was just trying to find the first kind of like train to like break in, not break into, but to sneak into, because he's a little kid. He can't really break much. So he found it was a mail train. It was like a mail carrying train. And he snuck in there, and he found, by pure coincidence, a letter that his parents had sent, but they were being returned and they were coming back. He opened them up, and it was his parents wanting to buy his son a... Oops, I forgot to turn my phone on silent. What the heck? Anyways, his parents were trying to buy him a real life railroad track from Santa, and the letter got returned. Oh, they were trying to buy him a giraffe. Yes, a giraffe, because everybody knows giraffes are kind of like trains if you think about it. If you were to lay down a giraffe, right? Its neck is very long. It's like, all the carts, and the body is like the caboose where all the muscles are, and where so it's basically like a train. And Zed could also ride giraffes too. It doesn't make the same noises. Trains are loud, but that's what air horns are for. So anyways, they were trying to buy Zed just a giraffe. Come on, guys. That should be easy. Everyone should be able to buy a giraffe these days. It's 2022. What the heck? Anyways, so he gets kind of emotional, little Zed. He he kind of felt bad now that he'd done all this. What if his parents are thinking? It's been like at least like 2 days. He found a follower, broke him out of jail. He's finally at the train tracks reading people's mail. Oh, that actually kind of rhymed. Anyways, so little Zed, he then felt sorry for doing all this to his parents and going through all this and also going to jail, but also breaking out. So he's still kind of, trying to get caught from the police and everything. But that's when there was a patient. Oh man. So he came back home, and he found out that his mother was in the hospital. She became a patient. And the reason why is because they were arguing, Zed's mother and father, they were arguing because the doctor had said one of their toes had to get cut off, but he didn't care which one. Why? I'm not exactly sure. It was probably the coronavirus. I don't know. Anyways, but so his mother became the patient, and she was just trying to get her son back home. Oh man, yep, exactly right. And so he found that out. He got really sad. So he wanted to go tell his mother to stop before she did it, because he's already home. But that's when there was a knock on the door at 2 a.m. So he got back a little late. His mom was staying overnight at the hospital, because apparently they need to do that to cut off a toe. I thought you could do that sooner, but I guess not. Anyways, there was a knock on the door. It was Zed's follower. He not only broke him out of jail. How do you know what jail to go to? I don't know. Probably the kid's IP address. But after he broke him out of jail, found out it was all a lie, he followed Zed back home. He was kind of angry. Zed, of course, didn't really know what to do because now this follower knows where he lives, and that's kind of creepy if you ask me. Also, if you ask the catfish, that's also, he would agree it's kind of creepy. So, what he does next is he escapes again. The follower's knocking on his door. His dad's getting the shotgun. Z is like, oh freak, I gotta run. So he flies out the back window, forgets it's a 2-story home, breaks his legs, but that's when a sense of relief comes over him. You know, this whole time, he's been running. He's been running and going fast like trains. But you know what? Trains sometimes have to stop. They sometimes stop for a long time. And Zed, after running and running, man, he stopped. A release of pain, yes. He broke his legs and he was like, oh, finally. Yes, he escaped only for a second. His follower was so zealous of Zed's capture that he too jumped out of the window after him. But he also broke his legs, also broke his thumbs, and like a couple pieces of hair fell out on the fall, but he doesn't really care about those. Anyways, they're both on the ground. Zed is in relief, the release of pain, but his follower is just kind of like in agony, like any normal person would be. And that is when person with more than one job. That's when his dad ran downstairs, and he also had a confession for Zed. And he came to their aid and he said, I have more than one job. And it's not taking care of you kids. He said, no, wait, he said actually he does have more than one job because one job is taking care of those kids. But not his follower. Not that kid's follower. His dad, he's going through so much. He's paying the bills. He's feeding his family. His wife's toe's about to get cut off, but his son's here, so that doesn't need to happen. And now he has another follower kid here that has a broken leg, both legs too. Now he has more than one job, obviously. So that's when there was no place to hide. After all this, Zed, after running, coming back home, trying to escape, breaking his legs, releasing all the pain inside, he realized that, you know what? Even though trains go a lot of different places, you can always follow the tracks, and it'll always lead you to where trains are. Because trains can't hide. I doubt you've ever seen trains go into the forest and then people can't find them. No, there's tracks. And that's what little Zed was on. He was on a track. The tracks of life. And no matter everything he did, people would always find him. He could never hide. Oh man. And he became a boxer. Oh yes, Billy was his long lost twin brother. Yes, because like the couple days he was gone in jail and then going on that train, his mother had a child. That's also part of why they were arguing, is like I don't know actually. Oh my goodness. Yes, but wait a second. No, he's a twin, so he couldn't be born then. Actually, wait a second. I take that back. No. Yes, Billy's lost twin brother. Also, he had been left on the train when they were wee lads, and his mother could never find him. But they finally came back. Turns out, the follower was Billy's lost twin brother. Amen. The follower was his lost twin brother. That is why he jumped out of the window after Zed, was because they were the same twins. So anything Zed did, his follower had to do. His twin brother, Billy. So that's why he jumped out of the window as well. And he became a boxer. They both became boxers because after both of their legs were broke, they went to surgery to get them fixed, and the doctors couldn't heal the bones, so they had to replace it with like aluminium, which is like really really strong steel. So basically they became invincible, started boxing, broke everybody else's shins, and they were great. They were some of the best in the world. That's why you always, all the time, hear people yelling in boxing matches like Billy Zed, because they're a team. It's like a tag team. And for the last card, there was a flat tire. Turns out, after one of the boxing matches that they had won, they go out to their car and their tires are flat because they had just boxed it was like a member of the mafia, and Zed forgot that he had actually opened more than one piece of mail on the train. One of those pieces of mail was to a mafia and it was like a bunch of money. And Billy took the money but forgot about it because all that stuff happened. You're not going to remember everything. And he forgot that he had accidentally stolen like I don't know, $50,000. So, anyways, that's when Boxing Billy and Boxing Zed, they had to walk home because they also had no friends. And his mother and father didn't like the boxing lifestyle, so they would never come to their shows. Yep. So, that is the story. Hope you liked it. When you go to bed, just think of the story of Billy and Zed. And if this is a good little thing you'd like to watch, leave a comment or a like, and I might do more of them. Who knows? Maybe next time I'll have a different fireplace. Oh my goodness. Anyways, hope y'all are having a great day. Thank you for watching. For the person who watched. Oh my goodness. Until next time, everybody. Thank you all. And yeah, I will see you soon.